phoning it in. The age-old tradition of slacking off whenever time constraints or lack of energy prevent you from doing the full amount of work to do a good job. Today we'll view an example of such a situation. Not even moderately good filmmaker Jacob McNaughton was commissioned to do a movie short for his class, but because of household chores and playing Fallout 3, he was not able to finish it during the weekend and found himself in the problematic, not started phase of the job. Like all artists with his level of talent, McNaughton knew he would have to cut corners, throw in filler, and use every trick in the loafer's handbook to finish the film without undue stress and anxiety. The result is a perfect example of man's ingenuity and devotion to avoiding work.
This town. Life in this town is a struggle. Not everyone in it is a decent man working for a decent living. Too many are indecent men, indecent women. I've seen enough indecency to know what manner of man it takes to succeed here. It's a Darwinian urban jungle, and some people are not the fittest. My name is Svenski. I work as a private investigator because it's the only job I can keep down. Other careers just don't agree with me. I've moved into my office to be closer to my work. Unfortunately, that means my work is closer to me. Been working a case. Homicide. A fella named William Richardson. Big shot around here. Electrocuted to death. One of the prettier ways to go, I suppose. Doesn't leave a mess. I was hired to investigate because his significant others didn't want police involved, considering his reputation. It wasn't too long before the evidence started pointing its finger at somebody. Jason Jackson. I've run into him before. Quite the piece of work. I may not know why he fried Richardson, but I know exactly where his base of operations is. And I've spent the better part of this afternoon planning a raid on it. Every freelance detective needs an assistant. Traditionally an attractive, but overly modest secretary, and to contrast with the vivacious femme fatales a detective faces each day.
Yeah?
That's something else I lack.
Warehouse trip soon. Everything ready?
Alright, just gotta start the car.
Good. Give me 5 minutes.
Alright.
That was my partner, Ha-Ching. I call him Frank. Good kid, works hard. I don't trust him for a second. Jackson better be on the alert, because I'm on my way. After I finish this sandwich. Jason Jackson's warehouse is on the edge of town, owned by a distribution company, still in operation. An inconspicuously conspicuous place for a shady operation. Today isn't a business day, but we've got business to attend to.
You can't win, Jackson. There's two of us, and your hideout is inexplicably henchman-free. Woo!
I can hold out all day, Svenski. You're all angst and no attack. You'll never survive my warehouse of pain.
You hold them off, Frank. I have a plan. Pew! Pew, 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 pew. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew. Pew, pew.
Well, in the end, Frank got the girl. The sidekick usually does. I'm happy for him because I got something better. I get to sleep at night, knowing that I have symbolically increased the moral fiber of the city by removing one of its most dreaded villains. Not a bad day's work, if I say so myself. Not a bad day's work.
Oh, that Jacob McNaughton is quite a character, isn't he? After cobbling together a near plotless film noir script, he didn't even bother to go to Savers and buy the ever-important detective's fedora. McNaughton then haphazardly shot scenes and recruited his cast from whoever was available. And some nice on-location filming made it look as though he had put forth some sort of effort. Like so many amateur directors, to hide his flaws in editing. In the end, it was something Jacob could get credit for. This has been Sean McWilliamson for Masterpiece Filler.